Have you ever looked at a tortoise closely? Noticed those deep cracks that cover its shell like the veins of an old tree? Well, my grandmother used to say, every crack tells a story. A story of pride, trickery, and a fall so great, the earth itself remembers. Sit with me. Let me take you back, way back, to a time when animals talked, walked like humans, and ruled their own kingdoms. This is the story of why the tortoise has a cracked shell. Once upon a time, in a land lush with mango trees, whispering winds, and talking animals, there lived a tortoise named Mbeku. Now, Mbeku wasn't like the quiet, shy tortoises you might know today. Oh no, this one was clever. Too clever for his own good. You see, Mbeku had a sharp tongue, a silver mouth, and a belly that was never full. He could talk his way out of any trouble, and talk his way into every feast. But his greatest trick and his greatest fall all began one dry season when food was scarce and hunger was knocking at every animal's door. The land was quiet, the rivers thinned, fruits dried up, and even the monkeys had stopped playing. One evening, as the sun melted into the horizon, Mbeku heard a whisper on the wind. The birds were planning a feast. Yes, the sky people, the birds, were having a grand celebration in the heavens. Plenty of pounded yam, sweet honey, roasted plantain, palm wine flowing like rivers. And Mbeku? He wanted to get in. But there was one problem. He could not fly. The next morning, Mbeku waddled to the birds. "Good friends," he began, his voice as sweet as ripe pawpaw. "I hear of your great feast in the sky. Wouldn't it be a shame to leave out your oldest friend?" The birds looked at one another, uncertain. "But Mbeku," said Parrot, "you have no wings." Mbeku grinned. "Then lend me feathers, each of you one. I'll build wings, strong ones. And in return, I shall tell the sky people that we are all one family." After some thought, and Mbeku's charming words, the birds agreed. Feather by feather, Mbeku built himself wings. And oh, when he wore them, he didn't look like a tortoise anymore. He looked like something sent by the gods. So they flew. Up, 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 beyond the trees, above the clouds, into the land of the sky people. When they arrived, the feast was laid out like a dream. But just before they sat to eat, Mbeku cleared his throat. "My friends in the sky," he announced, puffing out his chest, "allow me to introduce us. These birds are my servants. I am called All of You." The sky people looked confused. "All of you?" they asked. "Yes," said Mbeku, smiling slyly. "That is my name, All of You." And so, when the sky people brought out the food, they said, "This is for all of you. This is for all of you." And guess who stepped forward each time? Yes, Mbeku. He ate the pounded yam. He devoured the goat meat. He drank the palm wine until his belly was round and glistening. The birds? They watched in silence. Their stomachs growled louder than thunder. And Mbeku? He wiped his mouth and leaned back satisfied. The birds were furious, but they said nothing. Instead, they each took back the feather they had given him. One by one, quietly, until Mbeku stood bare.
And when it was time to return to Earth, he laughed. "Don't worry," he said. "I'll jump. My shell is strong." Foolish, proud Mbeku. So he climbed to the edge of the sky, looked down at the green earth far below, and boom, he jumped. At first, the wind sang in his ears. Then the air grew angry. Then, crack! He hit the earth with a sound that shook the trees. His shell shattered into 1,000 pieces. An old woman found him, broken and groaning. With care, she picked up every piece of his shell and began to stitch him back together, bit by bit. But even she, with all her wisdom, could not make it smooth again. And from that day, the tortoise's shell has never been the same. Cracked, scattered, a reminder of the day pride flew too high and fell too hard. So, the next time you see a tortoise, slow and quiet, remember Mbeku, the smooth talker who flew with the birds and came crashing back to earth. Because in every crack, there is a story. If you loved this tale, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with someone curious, and subscribe for more stories that whisper from the past. Until next time, stay curious.